Hello, I'm Lee Suss, and welcome back to Minecraft and Regrowth and Witchery, which I had some problems with last time, not having the right number of trees or the right sort of plants. And I now have those plants, having done lots of mutations. And let's claim this. Snowbell seeds, not particularly useful, because I got them ages ago as part of the crossbreeding program. But let's see what else we can do in here. Poppets. One of the best parts of being a witch is messing with people's heads. One way to do this is with poppets. Small dolls which can be tag locked to people. You can use poppets either to protect yourself for a number of harms, or can use them with a tag lock bound to other creatures that deal harm to them. Use the tag lock on a being when they aren't looking or on their bed, and you'll have a tag lock bound to them to use as you please. Whether your intentions are nefarious or nice is your business. By the way, this is me voiceovering as well, because this took a long time to do some of these bits and pieces, and it didn't make a very good video, so I thought I'll do it and then record it. There's the tag lock. Fairly to do. Bone needles and glass things, and a bone needle is just a piece of bone with a flint on it. So I'm sure we can go and do that. And there's the glass we need for the bottles. Excellent. Put the glass back nice and neatly past me. Very good, well done. I actually need 3 of these for the quest, but I didn't realise that at this point. So I'm just happy I've got one. I didn't see that. Now the poppet itself, what we need for that is, funnily enough, some of the new plants that we have recently mutated and collected. There we go. We need some Spanish moss. Otherwise, just one of the bone needles, some string, and some wool, which is very doable. What am I checking there? Other sorts of poppets, I think. There's a variety of different sorts of poppets, like water ones, fire protection, and this is the basic one. And I planted some of those plants out, and while I was there, I discovered something interesting. When I finished fiddling around my tools, that is the sound of a direwolf being burnt by an ember moss. Ember moss catches light to creatures, friendly or unfriendly, that happen to be near it. Let's finish off the poor mutt. Yeah, it will set light to me as well if I'm not careful. So I planted this stuff out where it can just spread out across the ground and produce more of it. Gotcha. And the Spanish moss likes to grow like a vine, so I was building these log stacks for the Spanish moss to grow on. I discovered that, so if you are growing this stuff, be careful with it. Decided to move it. I don't think it can catch light to other things, but I decided to move it a bit further away from my flammable witch's house. But there we go. Put the Spanish moss on there, and that'll soon spread out and give us enough for our supplies. And there's the other 2 growing there. While I'm waiting for that to grow, let's go and do this Polynesia charm for talking to animals. All doable stuff. So the odours we've now got from the fumes from the oven. Netherwort I already had, and I'm growing some of that in under my house with the mushroom farm. There's the vapours. I can't which way around there from there. They're from, was it Burning Rowan? One's from Rowan, and that's Whiff of Magic, and the other one's from Alder, or was it Hawthorn? Can't remember. Anyway, we can just always. I've got lots of trees now. We can just burn some more to get that. And then I need some fish as well. There's an iron bar anyway. I don't quite know why you need a cod. I guess it looks like a fish, the charm, doesn't it? It needs to be a very specific fish, which needs to be a raw cod, which is what I'm just checking there, because I do a bit of fishing, and I'm just checking that. So that a raw cod means a dead cod, as opposed to one that's still flapping about. Off I go to the fishing spot. There's the netherwort. Loads of that now. And there's the charm. The question is, of course, how you actually use the charm. Do you carry it? Do you put it somewhere in your pocket? Do you have it in your hotbar or not in your hotbar? Let's claim it anyway. Come on, me. Claim it. What are you doing? Thinking about something. a fume filter. Well, we know the chimneys on the witch's furnace, our witch's oven can have filters put on them to increase the number of fumes, or maybe the quality of the fumes that you're getting. I'm just trying to work out here how to put the thing on there. It doesn't fit in the actual witch's oven GUI by the look of it. So I presume it's got to go in these things. It doesn't want to click on there, so just dig the thing up. Dig it up, me. Oh, wait, I'm looking it up probably. Ah, there it is. There's the recipe. So yeah, dig it up, put it in the crafting bench, and I also discovered something else while I'm doing this, which is my fume funnels very expensive funnels that I made, aren't actually connected. That one's now connected to the witch's oven, but the one on the left is not connected. I put it down, I thought it was. I'm just looking at how to make this. I've no idea how to make an attuned stone yet. It probably involves a cauldron, which we'll come to later. I just realised that that one's got a pipe through and that one's not connected. So I'm going to dig that one up and put it back down again. Bosh. There we go. Now it's connected properly. So now I can get some more fumes as I'm cooking up sappies. What about this charm though? Let's see how this thing actually works. I can't if I tried putting it on my... I know at one point I tried putting my charm on my equipment slots. On this mod pack there's a number of places you can put things on, but I don't think they're part of this pack. Not the witchery one. Baubles. I think they're all part of Mana. Britannia. Just coughing there, sorry. No, it's not going to go on there, me. No, that's crafting. Come on, just hold it in your hand. All you have to do is to hold onto the thing and go and talk to an animal. Look at that lot. What a mess. That's a very adventure-y type. Like an adventurous status sheet, isn't it? To look at that. No. I'm still faffing around. Again, I don't know what goes in a lot of these slots. I'm sure I'll find it out later. Some of those are definitely Britannia rings. Right, go and talk to the pooch. That works. Just like a villager. I have unfortunately right-clicked him to let him get up. But essentially you can trade different things with them. There's usually a couple of options. I've suddenly thought of something. Going back. There's more than one thing you can trade with them. There's two options on here usually. So you can do chicken for trees, presumably already peed on, and meat for bones. Let's try some more animals. I've got all the usual varieties over here. Although no, I thought of something else first, and I thought, what if like different villages can offer you different things? But can different animals of the same species, same breed, offer you different things? But apparently not. That is what wolves give you. Whether you like it or not, that is the option. Sheeples. Sheeples will give you cactus for some reason. I have no idea why. I think there's a second option there. We've got carrots and got mushrooms from pigs. Feathers and sappies for the chickens. I don't know. I guess they're a good alternative. Poisoned potato. That might have a use in this mod pack. Don't know. And there we go. Easy as that. And it suddenly occurred to me, there's one other creature that I often see down on the farm. Not really on the farm. I'm going to talk to. It's not that spider that's lurking somewhere. It's a squiddy. Hello, squiddy. What are you going to give me? Nothing. It does sound like I'm tapping him on the head, that noise, so it's just probably why he's not talking to me. But no, apparently you cannot trade with squids. There's the Spanish moss growing very nicely. Chop it off. And we'll go and make this poppet. The various magical witchery plants are spreading as well nicely. So, fairly simple. Wool, string, bone needle, and the moss to stuff it with, presumably. Am I going to remember? No, I've forgotten already. One poppet. Now, I had noticed that it's an unbound poppet. It's not bound. So I was trying to work out how to do. I hadn't really read up properly on the tags, how they work. It even says there you've got to poke someone with it or poke their bed with it. I've also realised that I need more than one of the darn things. I need 3 of them. Right, I'm now trying to work out, okay, if I want to bind this to myself, There's the water protection puppet. I'm already wondering, you know, how am I going to bind this to me? Using the tag lock. So the water one should protect you from drowning. Where is it? There is the water puppet. So it's a standard puppet, I think. No, that's not the right one. Where is it? They're all listed together. There you go. Just with some ink and some... which plant is that? I can't remember. I've got loads of it anyway. Water occasion? No, can't remember. Anyway, so the idea is now, so I've got one. Can I claim the reward? Claim the reward, me. There we go. And now the best way to test a water breathing puppet is to go underwater. Unfortunately, it looks like my air is going down as quickly as it was before, because I'm not actually understanding how the puppet really works. But my thought at this point here was, okay, if the air runs out, do I still take damage? Yes, I do. So is it because it's not bound? So how do I bind the thing to myself? So I've got the thing now, and I'm trying to work out how can I poke myself with this needle to collect some of my blood or hair or whatever else to use the puppet. It's not working. And as it said in the instructions, that's not going to work either, me. You have to have something personal from someone. So their bed. The bed is very personal. Here's my bed in my glorious cave. There you go. Tag lock's bound to me. It's got a little bit of juice or something in there. Lisa's juice. And there, the thing's bound to me now as well. Fire protection puppet probably works in the same way. So the question is, I'm thinking, now I've fixed this, is the puppet now going to work? Let's go and jump in some water again. Sadly, the answer is no. That's not how it works. The puppet is designed to save you from drowning. It will not prevent you from taking damage and losing breath when you're actually in the water, especially the dirty water in Regrowth, which your breath goes down very quickly in. So in fact, it's a saving mechanism. You keep it in your hot bar, and if you're so stupid to go down all the way down, and your life and your air reaches zero, then the puppet will break, and it will keep you alive. So, rather angry with myself, I've just dumped these things in here because I've considered them fairly useless. I'm better off just not going in the water at all if I'm going to do that. So what else can I do instead then? What has been unlocked by me achieving that silly quest? Let's have a look. Nothing new, which is frustrating. However, Witchery is split between two different sections of the book. What the world teaches is the other half, the half with the books. And there's two new books to make. Fuming and another one. Witchcraft collecting fumes. And how do you make that one? It's fairly simple, I think. I've got loads of books lying around. No, it's not Witchery. I'm going to put in the right thing in the... Come on, work it out, me. Just put witch in. On fumes. Oh, goodness. It's painful to watch sometimes. Painful to watch myself playing. Come on. There we go. Belladonna, ink, feather. I think it's fairly easy to do as well. Loads of belladonna lying around. Loads of ink and feathers. And there it is. And what does this enlighten us with? The witch's oven gives a practitioner of the art the opportunity to collect the fumes that may be produced when cooking. Remember that the oven cannot smell ore, but it does cook a little faster than the furnace. Place clay jars into the oven when cooking to collect the fumes. Food and wood gives you foul fumes, and the other sappies give you other things. All sorts of different names on there. Who knows what they're for? We've used two of those already, but I guess we'll discover those as we go. I'm going to have a few more books, so let's do something useful with the books and stick them in a bookcase. Where am I going to put the bookcase? In this terrible mess of a house. Let's tuck it in a corner somewhere. That's right, flammable books next to the oven. Good idea. Where's the other book? Is it going to be any more useful? Great, more clay pots. Just what I needed. Recipes for disaster? Question mark. The couple of witches you've encountered all seem to be really into this new fad of brewing stuff in cauldrons. From what you can tell, they learnt the skill from a book titled Witches' Brews. Maybe you should try and get hold of a... I'm reading too fast now. Copy.
When looking at a recipe in the book, power requirements can be seen for each ingredient by hovering over them. The value in brackets is the altar power required if the cauldron is not augmented by ritual circles around it. There you go. No idea what ritual circles are or anything else. Let's just go ahead and make the book. I'm sure it will tell us that stuff. Anyway, is it going to be harder than the last one? Is that a dead man's hand as well, though? What the heck is that hand thing? Again, even simpler. In it goes, and bosh. This is going to be any more enlightening maybe than the last one. Oh my goodness, it contains loads of junk. Right, so the cauldron looks like to be the next bit that we're going to have to build. We're going to have to light a fire beneath it. Now, as I mentioned before when I built this house, that's possibly not the best thing to do in a house like mine that's mostly made of wood. So the plan is next I'm going to build a little fireplace outside, and I will put the cauldron in there, and we can just pop out of the house when we need to use it and keep it away from the flammable building. But there you go. Little update there. I hope you enjoyed that. Back to normal service next episode. And if you did enjoy it, I hope I'll see you again next time. Sign off me, we're finished. That's it. Stop staring at the cauldron.